Education may awaken possibility, but healthcare protects it. Infrastructure connects it. Power activates it. Technology multiplies it. Industry applies it. And institutions sustain it. This is why Enugu's reforms are designed as one human development architecture rather than a collection of unrelated projects. Across our 260 wards, the principle that places a smart green school within reach of every child is also extending modern primary health care to families and farm estates to rural communities. We're strengthening healthcare because preventable illness must not destroy the capability education develops. Consider transport. Enugu Air is not simply an airline. It is an instrument of connectivity and economic geography. It connects our people to markets, investment, knowledge, tourism, and opportunity. Its ambition reaches beyond domestic travels, stronger links across the major cities of the world. And through this wider aviation network, Enugu becomes easier to connect. Enugu becomes easier to reach. Enugu becomes easier for businesses to come to. Universities, medical institutions, conference economy, and tourism assets become easier to engage. We're also reconnecting communities to schools, hospitals, farms, markets, industry through an expanding road network, 5 modern transport terminals, and cleaner public transportation and improving mobility, and connecting Enugu to the wider economy. Consider power. Historically, Enugu has received only about 60 megawatts of electricity from the grid. In the coming weeks, we expect to break ground on a 660 megawatts power generation project, 11 times above our historical supplies. This is not merely more electricity. It changes what becomes possible: reliable healthcare, digital learning, industrial production, cold storage, technology, enterprise, research, hospitality, and jobs. Power is not just one sector among many. It is an enabling platform for all of them. Consider healthcare. Across our wards, many primary healthcare is moving closer to families. At the tertiary level, the new 300-bed Enugu International Hospital is being developed as a 5-star center for advanced specialized care. And in few days, that will be again open to the world. We will provide world-class medical service with top-notch professionals. We're also building the Sumas Teaching Hospital into one of the best resource teaching hospitals in West Africa, connecting medical education, clinical practice, research, and service. These investments protect life while creating the skilled workforce and knowledge base for a medical economy. Consider conferencing and tourism, the Enugu International Conference Center. gives the state a platform to host ideas, institutions, investors, professional communities, and global events. Our investments in hotels, waterfalls, caves, forests, lakes, cultural assets, and visitors' experiences are not decorative additions to development. Tourism is an ancillary ecosystem that supports aviation, transport, hospitality, agriculture, education, the creative economy, retail, and employment. These investments reinforce one another. Aviation brings the visitor, investor, scholars, or patient. A road connects a farmer to a market, a patient to a hospital, an entrepreneur to a customer. Reliable power supports the hospital, classroom, factory, hotel, and digital enterprise. Education and research provide the talent. Tourism and conferences create demand. Better health protects productivity. Skills connected to industry become livelihood. Enterprise converts these connections into jobs and value. This is the Enugu Human Development Model. Seeing relationship where the old framework saw separate sectors and coordinating the conditions that enable people to learn, live, create, produce, and prosper. Its success will be measured not only by projects delivered, but by healthier lives, stronger learning, productive work, rising enterprise, and expanded opportunity. A society reveals its character by the pathways it creates for the rural child, the struggling family, the overlooked entrepreneur, the person living with disability, the every young citizen seeking a chance to contribute. Prosperity becomes inclusive when access does not depend upon birthplace, income, gender, status, or personal connection. That is the Enugu we're building. A society in which every citizen is recognized not merely as a beneficiary of development, but as a potential creator of value and a participant in our shared future. Permit me, as I conclude, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me to ask you to look beyond the next project, budget, or election cycle. Imagine Enugu 20 years from now if we sustain investment in human capability. The child entering a smart green school today will be an adult building companies, treating patients, designing technology, transforming agriculture, teaching, conducting research, or leading institutions. What we build around that child today will determine whether this knowledge remains a private achievement or becomes a shared prosperity. That future will not be created by government alone. Universities must advance inquiry, invention, and public problem solving. The private sector must connect knowledge to enterprise and employment. Teachers must cultivate curiosity and character. Communities must protect public investment. Citizens must demand accountability. Government must remain disciplined, inclusive, and faithful to the mission. We often ask, what kind of society do we want to build? But should the more demanding question not be, what kind of people must we become to build that society? We must become a people unwilling to accept inherited limitations as permanent conclusions, prepared to question, learn, create, collaborate, maintain, and improve, to build institutions stronger than personalities and opportunities broad enough to reach every community. The future is never built tomorrow. It is built in the decision we make today. Every thought we entertain, every standard we refuse to compromise, every child we encourage, every act of service we offer, every problem we choose to solve shapes the society our children will inherit. Nations do not transform by accident. They transform when ordinary citizens accept responsibility for the future they desire. So let us refuse the poverty of imagination. Let us reject the quiet invitation to settle, wait, or believe that excellence belongs somewhere else. Let us measure leadership by the capability it develops in others, education by the lives learners become able to shape, and development by the dignity and opportunity it extends to every citizen. 65 years ago, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe gave this university a purpose: to restore the dignity of man. That purpose remains unfinished, but it is not beyond our reach. If 65 years from now, another generation gathers in this great university and asks whether we restored the dignity of man, may they answer not by reading our speeches or recalling our promises, but by living in the society we had the courage to imagine, the discipline to build, and the determination to leave behind. That is our quantum leap. This is our invitation. Building new infrastructure may take months. Building a new culture takes much longer. The greatest threat to Enugu's quantum leap is the return of habits that produce the old outcomes. Weak maintenance, low expectations, fragmented implementation, and the belief that public institutions belong to government rather than the people they serve. We must see every school, health center, road, power facility, farm estate, public asset, not as a gift from government, but as a shared investment in our future. Government must provide standards, personnel, funding, data, and accountability. Communities must protect these investments and participate in their success. We must also resist judging every reform by its immediate return. The oil palm does not yield its richest fruits in the season it's planted. It first puts down roots before sustaining families for decades. So it is with human development. For a child entering a transformed Enugu Smart Green School today, the greatest return on that investment may become visible in the life and contribution of that child 20 years from now. This demands patience, but not complacency. We must measure results, correct what is not working, train the people who operate our institutions, budget for maintenance, and build systems that survive changes of personnel and administration. The quantum leap will endure only when reform becomes culture. Performance becomes expectations, and public value becomes a shared responsibility. The capable child we have imagined cannot flourish in isolation. And for us in Enugu, tomorrow is not coming. Our tomorrow is here. Thank you very much.
Ezigbo obodo ọma Enugu amaka anyị enweghị obodo ọzọ Enugu amaka ezigbo obodo ọma Enugu amaka anyị enweghị obodo ọzọ Onye pụta n'igwe ka anyị dozie